I saw you guys were talking on Twitter. You were in, I guess, Toronto recently, premiering some new music. And to me, I guess that was a little bit surprising. Only, I think that even by your guys' standards, it's a fairly quick, turnaround between the last album, where you guys had some of, great success with the last record, and now it's like time for more new music. So what were you guys showing and sharing in Toronto with the new song?
We played for a number of platforms, 4 songs. So 4 songs that we feel are special from this new record. And just to kind of preliminarily engage with these people and to get a read and to see which songs are putting up their hands as like a single or a focus track. And it was nice. There was some unanimous reactions. And beyond like people going, oh, this is viable or this is going to check this box, we found that the feeling was just of a heartfelt fondness for the music. People were just like, we like this. Not we like this because it's going to be successful. Just we like this. And that was the type of record we wanted to make. We didn't want to think about... we didn't want to think a record into being. We wanted to feel a record into being, and I feel like we accomplished that with this new one.
So when we get a chance to hear it on Thursday, are you able to talk a little bit about the song and like what we're gonna hear?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I mean, I haven't heard it. Tell me about it.
Well, we like this song. It's got a good beat. The song, it's kind of like a get off your ass and do something with your life anthem.
Yeah,
in a gentle way,
like Get It? Is that the name of the song?
The song's called Get Up.
Yeah. Okay. There we go. I remember hearing the title. Okay, so now let's talk about the song Get Up, which will air on Thursday when I get the song to play on the radio.
Cool. Yeah. So I went to Costa Rica in January by myself. It was like a bit of a soul searching and songwriting trip. And I remember sitting on the beach this one day. I found this spot. It was like I had to scale rocks and go around this nook and found this private little spot on the beach. I'm like, I'm not leaving this spot until I write a song. And I'm sitting there, eyes closed, just searching. Nothing's coming. And I open my eyes, and this man is just standing there. And he's taking pictures of me. And he didn't know who I was. He was just taking pictures. He's a hobbyist. So I let him do that for some time until eventually I was like, he's kind of bumming my vibe, so I'm going to go see what he's about. And apparently he's an actor from Britain, and he's traveling by himself, taking photos of people lost in stuff on the beach, lost in an activity. And I'm like, that's pretty interesting. And then the conversation quickly segued into life and the meaning of life. And he was a very confident, self-assured individual. And he was kind of like, Ryan, you got to do this. You got to let go. You got to get it. You got to actualize. And I was like, wow, this guy's impressive.
Thanks, guy on the beach, man. You're awesome.
And so I sat down and just picked up the guitar and wrote the chorus to Get Up in an instant after speaking to him. And he was still in the periphery. And he turned around and he goes, that's good. And I was like, oh my God, he was an angel.
Audience of one,
Yeah.
and that's the best focus group. Okay, so Jasmine, you hear this story from Ryan when he gets back from Costa Rica. Are you like, that's awesome? Or, or do you have like concerns?
No. I mean, I think it is a bit weird for just like a random dude to start taking, like if a random dude started taking pictures of me while I was like lost in something on the beach, I'd be a little worried. But I think... like any other cool story where things just come together like that in such a beautiful way, like that's the way the creative process should happen. Of course there's many other ways, but it does feel a bit like divine intervention when stuff like that happens. So I'm all for it. Yeah.
So when Ryan goes to Costa Rica, which is awesome, do you go by yourself or with bros or like your partner or what is
Partner.
Well, I don't know.
I go by myself. I go with the mistress of myself. And purposefully, that was the intention.
That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah.
Is like, do you go with like other creative type? Like you're not going with the band.
No.
Are you going with other creatives? You're going by yourself, right? So I guess is what I'm wondering.
So like for this record, it was important to me that the songs came from a visceral, felt, and a place that felt collaborative with life. It wasn't like I'm going to go to the studio and I'm going to make a beat and I'm going to like sing gibberish until a hook appears. It's like I'm going to go out into the world and I'm going to look and feel and be receptive to the cues from people, from sounds, from feelings, from experiences, and let the songs birth themselves from there. And that was the intention. So that's why I went to Costa Rica. And yeah, there was a number of ideas that were born that way on that trip. And I would say every song on this record, there's a good story behind each song, like in a similar in a similar fashion to the one I just told.
Something's happening every time. What is the rest of the band doing? Like when Ryan's off in Costa Rica, what are you guys getting up to?
Just sleeping in a lot and
stretching, downward dog. Yeah,
I mean, Ryan goes off and writes, and then he sends us demos and stuff, and kind of keeps us. And we're like, that's terrible. Write something else.
Are you safe?
No.
There are people coming up to you on the beach. Do you need help?
No, it's actually really
what are you
exciting.
doing creatively? So Ryan's off in Costa Rica. He's recharging. He's writing. He's creating.
Yeah.
I mean, you're performing. You guys need to create. What are you doing during this time while Ryan's off in Costa Rica?
I mean, so a lot of us do other things, other music and other jobs and stuff like that. But also when the demos and stuff start rolling in, I'm generally just really starting to think about what I'm going to do, like within the context of the song. Like it right away, it's like a really cool and fun time because you're just getting like all this amazing stuff sent to you. And then you're, the whole time I'm thinking like, what am I going to sing here? Like where should the singing be? Like what's my part going to be? Just like those things are kind of percolating.
And then you get to live your life not on tour, just live and connect with friends and family and just
totally
recharge it up. So that's awesome.
And then we all kind of like, Molly will go to her house and record like whatever creative thing she's thinking, and I'll do that at my house. And we kind of like send stuff, we live through the internet, emailing each other ideas and stuff. And then we kind of get together and figure out what we're actually going to do. Yeah, but it's like the most fun time, I think, for me.
Is that
to be
in between?
a band.
Be in between, like that's the most fun time. It's just in between.
When the new music is coming and there's like an opportunity to think about what I can add to it, that's the most creative and fun time for me. I like touring too, but.
Oh, she's nodding. We're done.
The old
No,
label
that's
nod.
awesome. Ryan, Jasmine, Mother. Thank you
you
guys.
for your time. Always a pleasure.
It's going to be a good time. Thank you guys.